I don't know. Are you going to give the talk by Bala Subramaniam, who was supposed to come?
No.
Just joking. No. So she is from Trivandrum, the Vikram Sarabhai Center.
Case verification of the high resolution regional model over Thiruvananthapuram, a case study. This is outline of the presentation. My work is basically a verification analysis, a verification study of a high resolution regional model over Thiruvananthapuram. In this study, I'm comparing the model simulated vertical profiles with concurrent observations. Before going to the work, I'll just describe about the salient features of my model. It is a high hydrostatic model, and Indian domain of this model covering a latitudinal span of 0 to 30 degree and longitudinal span of 65 degree to 95 degree. It has 60 vertical levels with stretch option. That means fine resolution in the lower levels and coarse resolution in the higher levels. And it is specially developed for mesoscale process. And these are the prognostic variables and diagnostic variables of the model. This is the general structure of the model. Its initial and lateral boundary conditions are extracted from the analysis and forecast files of the global model, namely global model extended data. The initial conditions available at 0.3 degree resolution, and the lateral boundary conditions are available at every 3-hour intervals. And the topographical data, which mainly contains the terrain information of the model, which will be available at 3 resolutions, 0.25 degree, 0.1 degree and 0.0625 degree. In the present case, I am using 0.1 degree resolution. Once initial conditions and lateral boundary conditions are given to the model, by model integrations it generates a forecast product for 48 hours. And present case I am using with 1 hour interval. And the main objective is the assessment of the high resolution regional model simulations in vertical directions by calculating the model errors. And second thing is how these model errors evolve with respect to the forecast hours. Basically, I want to know how much I can believe the HRM forecast in the vertical direction. So for this, I have chosen my study domain as Thiruvananthapuram. It is a coastal station over the western part of the Indian subcontinent, and the period of study is November 11 to 17, 2010. And I am using HRM simulated forecast field for 48 hours, and I am comparing these model simulations with upper air meteorological observations obtained from GPS sonde, which will be available at 00 and 12 GMT. And the methodologies, I am using statistical scores like bias and root mean square error. This is the results. Here, this vertical profiles of temperature, humidity and zonal and meridional components of the wind. And here the red color represents the HRM forecast, and blue color is the observations. This is actually HRM plus 12-hour forecast based on the initial conditions 15 2010 12 GMT, and it's valid for November 16 2000 00 GMT. Here we can see that observed temperature profiles decreases with altitude. Model also confirms this, but in the case of humidity, in the lower scales there is a model couldn't capture the fan scale features. In the case of wind also, it cannot be, model couldn't be able to capture the fan scale wind shears. This actually qualitative representation. To represent quantitatively, we have calculated the model bias, which is the difference between the model and observations. Here positive value represents the overestimation and negative value represents the underestimation. Here in the case of temperature, we can see that a consistent underestimation, and in the case of humidity also it is underestimating, but in the case of winds we can see that it is both positive and negative values. So there is basically consistent negative bias in temperature and moisture simulations. This for plus 12-hour forecast. Now to understand this model arrays with forecast hours, I have calculated the RMSE error and plotted with respect to the lead time. here this 48 hour represents, these all are valid for 16 November 2010 00 GMT. This 48 hour means HRM forecast 48 hour in advance, and this similarly 42 hour advance and 36 hour advance, like that. And in the case of temperature, there is no change, there is no consistent change with respect to the lead hours, but in the case of humidity and wind speed, we can see that RMSE is very small in the nearest times with respect to the lead hours, but as in comparison with the other hours. To understand this, I have calculated, I have taken 14 such events, and I have calculated the average RMSE for each forecast hours. In the case of temperature, there is not too much change with respect to the forecast hour, but in the case of humidity, there is a consistent increase with respect to the forecast hour. But in the case of zonal and meridional components, it is just fluctuating with respect to the forecast hours. So this actually for the magnitude of the errors, but to understand the model bias, I have calculated the model bias for all the cases and segregated into different bins of 3 degree, and I have calculated the percentage of occurrence of the each bin. Here in the case of for all 14 forecast events. So in the case of temperature, here we can see that almost 70% of the bias occur in -3 to 0 degrees Celsius, and followed by almost 14% in -6 to -3. So in the case of temperature, we can see that almost 86% of model bias is coming in the negative direction. That means temperature, there is underestimating behavior for the temperature forecast. And in the case of humidity also, almost 50% is coming in the -3 to 0 gram per kilogram. And here also almost 70% of forecast model bias is coming in the negative region, and then by again showing a negative bias or underestimating behavior. In the case of winds, but it is randomly spreading from -9 to 9 almost in the zonal and meridional components. So here the bias is equally spreading, or there is large uncertainty in the wind prediction. So the main conclusion is that in most of the cases, temperature and moisture are seen to be underestimated by HRM, and HRM simulated temperature showed a consistent bias with the forecast time. Moisture fields also seem to be deviate largely with the forecast time, and winds don't show any clear signature with forecast time.
In your simulation studies, what are the subjectively tunable parameters which will alter the results slightly or even more? What are the, it is your subjective input. You see, every simulation, every estimation, whatever it is you do, there is always a subjective tunable parameter or parameters. What are the parameters at your disposal which you can tune and vary the result? What are they in this analysis? Because when you present a result, you are presenting one result as if it is deterministic. But if you vary some parameters in your simulation, that will vary. What are those?
By adding actually this is not basically on the initial conditions of a global model. I can estimate the real time data also. But I think if I can change the model using subgrid scale formula and using certain parameterization schemes, and then there I can change.
So, did you make a sensitivity study of your results by varying these parameters? It will be nice to do a sensitivity study so that you can get a confidence and a grip over your results, reliability and accuracy.